Okay, I think it's now time for us to start. Other members will be joining us along the way. This session is being recorded, and so any members who miss out for this orientation session, maybe they didn't know how to connect to Zoom, we are going to be sending this recording on their emails and also in the WhatsApp groups so that they can be able to follow and join us for the next session at 5. So we are going to start by having some introductions from the team. We have a team from Edify, from the Christian School Owners Association, and also from ITAU, the facilitators. So we are going to have brief introductions. Then we are going to be talking about the session objectives, the training objectives for this program. And that is going to be the main. So we want to hear from we shall hear from Edify and from the Christian Owners Association. We'll be discussing more about how the training is going to be moving, the various training platforms that we have set up, and how we shall be working. So at this time, I want to invite just to introduce, then later they will get more time later to speak. So we have Mr. Sazi Benedict, the president of the Christian School Owners Association. We have Mr. Dennis Omario, who is representing Edify. We have, we have a number of teachers, facilitators, Mr. Charles Luanga from ITAU, Mr. Wamono Michael from ITAU, an admin. Yeah, so let me give them a chance to greet us within a minute and then we shall have. So let me start with Dennis. Dennis, you can greet the members.
Okay, Rogers, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for attending this training or this orientation. You are all welcome. I'm called Dennis Omario. I'm from Edify, and this program is organized and sponsored by Edify Uganda with Christian School Owners Association, and ITAU ICT Teachers Association is facilitating it with their team, and you are all welcome. I believe I'm going to tell you more about it just in a bit. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let us have Mr. Benedict Sazi. Mr. Benedict.
Yes, thank you very much. Our moderator, Mr. Rogers, Edify staff, Ben Somario, and the entire team, and the team from ITAU. I'm glad to be in this session, and all the teachers who have joined online learning, how to teach our learners. You are all most welcome. I'm Benedict Saz, the president of the National Christian School Owners Association. We are located in Naguru. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for that brief introduction. You'll be getting back shortly to share with us more about the Christian Owners Association. Okay, now let me get some of the facilitators who are on. We have Mr. Emorut George. Mr. Motujo, just say hi to the members. He's going to be one of the facilitators for this session.
Hello,
Mr.
everyone.
Emorut.
Yes, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is George Emorut. I'm glad to be part of this project, and I hope to be participating actively by guiding and helping the fellow teachers who are on this platform who have enrolled for this great training, which will equip them to be prepared and ready to extend the e-learning program to their respective schools. So I hope to have a very nice interaction and engagement with you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let us have Mr. Henry Sechito.
Hello, Mr. Rogers.
Yes, we hear you.
You hear me? Yeah, I'm Sechito
Yes.
Henry by names, known as Henry the Computer Guy, and I'm going to be facilitating you in this session. So just feel free. You're going to learn how you can actually work with this content. Feel free to ask any question that you have. And I think it will help you to deliver lessons to your students, even when you're not close to them. Just feel at home.
May you turn your video, please, so we can see your face?
Okay. You see me?
We can see you.
Yes.
You see me?
Yes, we can
Seeing me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's Henry the Computer Guy, and I hope to drive you closely well. Just if in case you have any question, you'll actually contact me. I know it's going to be a good session. You'll have the hands-on. I know after all the session, you're going to be someone who has actually attained some of the literacy in computer.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for that introduction. I have Mr. Anjala Charles. He's one of my colleagues at ITAU, and we are supervising this project together. So, Mr. Anjala Charles, you can introduce yourself. Mr. Anjala? Mr. Anjala, okay. As Mr. Anjala comes on, Mr. Wamono Michael. Wamono Michael, yes, let us be brief. Yes, let us be brief and then we dive into the session.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm called Mr. Wamono Michael.
Your video, please.
Okay. So I'm called Wamono Michael. And on the other side of our online classes, I'm acting as an admin for our learners via the Zoom. And then we are welcoming everyone here, all our teachers, feel at home. We are a big team and we are ready to help you out in all your challenges. Feel at home, be with us. Let us attend all these sessions as we are going on with our other team, the Edify, ITAU, and the Christian Schools Owners Associations. Thank you, Mr. Rogers.
Okay, thank you very much. I think those are the people I'm seeing here. Maybe others will be joining. One thing that we should always do is whenever we are on these sessions as teachers, we should always rename ourselves very well so that the host can easily see us in the list. So we shall get in the concluding remarks. In case I've not yet, we have other people on the team. We have Mr. Ogwal Isaac. We have Mr. Sebunya Moses. We have a big team, and all of us are going to be supporting the teachers. And these teachers are also admins in the various WhatsApp groups and other platforms. So in case of any challenge, At least at any time, there will always be someone to support the teachers for this particular program. Okay, at this time, I think let us hear from Edify. Edify is the organization which has organized and sponsored this for Christian schools and teachers. So we are having, let us hear from Dennis why this project, why you thought of, first of all, there is a project for training for learners, online classes, which has been going on for 2 weeks. So why did we think of getting the teachers also inspired and trained? Why? So Mr. Dennis from Edify first come on, then after that we shall hear from Mr. Sazi. Then finally we shall be looking at the training objectives for this particular session and the schedule for the 2 weeks. So Mr. Dennis, let us hear from you.
Okay, I want to share a screen briefly. Okay, good afternoon, members. Once again, I'm called Dennis. I work with Edify as Education Technology Integration Officer. And this is basically what I do. Work with teachers, school owners, learners, and we work on several projects. We work on coding, we work on training teachers like this. We work on computer lab installation. We work on a lot of technology related projects with schools. Edify is a Christian organization that has works in 11 countries. 11 countries, with East Africa having Uganda and Rwanda. Then the other countries is West Africa, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Liberia, and of course, those are the West African countries, Sierra Leone. And we work in Northeast India, and then South America, Peru, Guatemala. Yeah, most of you will check on our website and see all of them there. I can't recall all the countries. Edify has three major work with Christian schools in three major areas. One, we work with schools in training. Secondly, in loan capital, and thirdly, in education technology, which we are talking about today. And on training, we train teachers on Christian transformation. Basically, because I told you earlier, we are a Christian-based organization, and we put God first in all our trainings. And even education technology, we try as much as possible to integrate Christianity in them, because we want to raise children or the next generation that is well-mannered, God-fearing, and not corrupt. Okay? So, then on loan capital, we support schools, low-fee schools. Basically, if your school fees, leave alone other functional fees, your school fees is 499,000 downwards, excluding the other fees, we work with you. We assume you are a low-fee school and parents can afford. So, therefore, we support you in terms of loans. We support you in terms of, but this loan is not like the bank loan where the percentage is up to 23, 20 upwards. For us, ours is lower than that, because we know we are working with low income generating institutions, so we don't put it
Are we losing you, Edwin? I think there is some network issue. So members, as Edwin comes back, Edwin was talking about Edify Christian organization. They have a website. You can visit, if you have never heard of Edify, you can visit the website of Edify.
Sorry, I called interrupted. Our call
Okay,
interrupted.
welcome back, welcome back.
So, thank you. Like I said, I'm just going to wrap up here fast. I hope you've read through. Okay, thank you so much. Over to you.
Okay, okay, thank you. Members, sorry for the breakage there. I think it has started raining in some parts of Kampala, and it could be causing some issues. Yeah, but thank you very much, Mr. Edwin. So I was referring the members to the website of Edify. If you want to read more about what he has been presenting, you can visit the website of Edify, and you read more about what they do and the countries where they are, where they work. So you can visit there, and then you see the various projects. So Edify is the organization that is sponsoring this training, and it is sponsoring many other trainings in other parts of the world, so that the learners and schools, even before the pandemic, it's not only during this period. Okay, now at this time, I'm going to request Mr. Benedict Sazi. I think he's still on. Yeah, he's on. From the Christian School Owners Association. They have been working with Edify for some time in a number of aspects, and they have a number of schools that they are coordinating and supporting. So, Mr. Benedict, please come in and share with the teachers about this bachelor training and the Christian School Owners Association.
Thank you very much, moderator, my brother Rogers, and good afternoon once again, everyone. And for those who have just joined, kindly let me introduce myself once again. I'm Benedict Sazi. I'm the president of the Christian School Owners Association. This association is for school owners and church-founded schools which are Christian. So all schools that cherish Christian values, that who follow Jesus Christ, are all members. And the church-founded schools, church-founded schools, that is schools started by the Catholic Church, the Protestant Church, the Seventh-day, the Orthodox, and born-again churches. At the same time, individual schools, individual people who started schools and they are Christians, so they are members. And they are teachers, also teachers who teach in those very schools, automatically also share and become members. At the same time, the learners and the parents. And this association started in 2018, and our head offices are in Nakuru. And we have an administrator, Ben Oguti, who will always be engaging you. So you are most welcome in this session and for this online learning. Sincerely, our teachers, allow me first of all to thank you for the wonderful work you are doing for this nation and for the entire world. The nation is because of the teachers. And Nelson Mandela said, if you want to destroy a nation, you may not need AK-47, tear gas, but just spoil education and spoil the teachers. They will spoil the game. So I need to thank you strongly. You are doing some noble work for this nation. Yes, some of our people may not know your role. You are doing great work for our country, Uganda. And our association will always base on you. And what is unique with our association is that we wish to see that we bring Christ, bring God in whatever we do. We bring Jesus Christ in teaching. So I encourage you, dear colleagues, to be part of this association. You can see how schools are locked down, how our schools are closed, simply because we are not strong, we are not united as a country, as the education fraternity. But if all teachers, parents, learners, we are one and strong enough, we'll be able to bargain with this government, like the way the border guys do, like the Batembe do, like the traders do, the Kasita, because they are very strong, they are united. So dear teachers, I encourage you to think of forming a very strong family, that is the Christian School Owners Association. If we are all strong, if we are all on board, we'll be able to bargain. So after encouraging you to be members, I would also encourage you to take on this training. Since COVID came, now you can see that there is a need to teach our learners online. So I thank you all that those who have enrolled on this training, because now after this training you will be able to teach your learners online wherever they are. They just need a smartphone. You'll be able to reach them. I know teachers sometimes you coach, and the Ministry of Education has been always against coaching. But if you know how to teach online, the learners will be at home and you teach at home, and they will also remain at home. At the same time, they pay you money. So kindly receive this training with one heart. I know some teachers have already given up. They have been disappointed. What I can only tell you, please, don't lose hope. Please, I know one day, schools are going to open. But let our schools open when you have acquired new skills. Let our schools open when there is some value added on you. Because after this training, you will not remain the same. You will not remain the way you were when you are still using the chalk and the blackboard. You will have acquired skills. So I encourage you to attend these lessons. And also I'm encouraging you to learn. Please spare time and learn, because once you learn, you will not remain the same. Allow me also to thank ITAU, which is going to take you through this training. ITAU team, thank you so much. We love you so much. And for the teachers may not know, Edify, Christian schools, and ITAU, we are partners. We work together. We work as a family. So that's why we are a joint team. And with this joint team, I know you're not going to remain the same. So I encourage also teachers, wherever you are, to come and form a family that will take this nation to the next level. Otherwise, if we don't form this family, the government may take us for granted all the time. But for me and for our association, we treasure you as our teachers. You are doing some great work. Please, let's keep the fire burning of training our nation. May God bless you all. I wish you success in this training and on this online session. Thank you so much. May God bless you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sazi, for that introduction. Members, I think it has been well, a very good introduction. So you have some some understanding about what the organizers of this training are and why we are here. Now we are going to be also, let me just also share about ITAU briefly, and then we shall be looking at the training objectives for this particular training. What you need, what will you need, what do you expect to get from this training by the end of the 2 weeks? Yeah, we shall be sharing more of that. But let me just briefly also take like just 2 minutes to talk about ITAU. So ideally, all these 3 organizations have websites where you can read more about them. Edify, the Christian School Owners Association, and then ITAU. So you can be able to refer later on. Yeah, so ITAU, this is our website. We have here about what we do. We do capacity development workshops for teachers. We used to do this even before the lockdown, teaching teachers on what to do, how they can improve their delivery of teaching, and empowering themselves so that they can be able to sustain themselves at school, but also even outside. Now, like during this period of the lockdown, of school closure, yeah, we have been encouraging teachers to gain some skills which can enable them to survive and get some money. And one of them is these e-learning programs. So we are ambassadors of education technology. We spread use of ICT in teaching and learning. Education technology that is using ICT in your teaching during the classroom, physically and even remotely. We encourage teacher entrepreneurship. We mentor teachers to be able to have entrepreneurship skills, to start some ventures where they can be able to earn, so that they don't only rely on the salary of the school, they remain teaching, but also they have some side income which can make their lives better. Then we also run ICT clubs in schools, and we work with a number of partners. So we have a big team, and we keep sharing a lot of information on our website. So we are very glad to work with Edify. Edify, thank you very much for the opportunity to be able to make a contribution towards this particular program. So members, we have a lot of people who we are now going to be talking about this particular training, the training program here. Yeah, so I'm going to share here. I'm going to share here about the schedule, what we are going to be looking at. So we are going to be looking at a number of things, and these things we have been doing them during our, we have been having some online lessons which have been going on, and we have learned a lot of things on how can you run lessons successfully. And you see, using technology has some challenges that come with it, but which tools can you use to get started? We have some schools which have been doing this, and some of us have been saying, big schools are doing this, what about us? What can we do? So we are not doing this just because of COVID, but really this is the 21st century. Even when COVID is not here, this is a skill that we are going to need in the next decade. Schools will be having online teachers. The teaching and learning doesn't end in the classroom physically, but extends online, because our children now, they have smartphones, which we never had when we were young. So as teachers, we should be able to interact with our learners on their smartphones and make sure that teaching and learning continues. So we are going to be having sessions like this. These are some of the technologies that we have earmarked. We are having a number of sessions that we are going to be having here, and so we are going to, on Monday today, we are having this introductory session, which is happening right now, where you are supposed to know about the training and the partners who have brought it together and the objectives of the training. Then tomorrow we are going to be looking at Zoom. So what I'm using right now, I'm using Zoom. And I'm using a tool known as annotation. I can be able to point, and you can be able to see my pointer here. So as teachers, we need to learn how to use Zoom very well. How do you use Zoom to do whatever you want? How do you use Zoom to, if you want maybe to draw, you want to draw on the screen? How do you manage Zoom well? How do you set up Zoom right from acquiring it? But we shall also be looking at another tool known as Google Meet, which is an alternative. So we shall also be looking at Google Meet. So I'm here presenting to you, but I'm able to add some content on my slides. So are you, as a teacher, are you comfortable using a computer or a laptop to teach learners and use the tools on Zoom to handle? So we shall be looking at this, looking at the security. If you notice this special meeting that we are having, you are not able to unmute until when we allow you. So how do you do that? Because if you just allow anyone to speak, there will be a lot of noise in the Zoom session. So how do you handle all those things? How do you manage the Zoom? How do you manage the learners? We have a feature known as putting up a hand. I can see there is a person here called the teacher Tony Soroti City. He has put up his hand, and I can be able to allow him to speak if I want. Because so how do you manage that particular Zoom? So we are going to be looking at that. Then we are going to be looking at instructional materials. Presentations. So what I'm using right now is known as a presentation, PowerPoint. We need to be able to create good PowerPoint presentations. Good looking when the words which we are using are clear, whereby the learners can be able to, how do you make a good PowerPoint presentation? So we have tools. You can do it using Microsoft Office physically, or you can use your phone. We have apps like WPS. You can even use your phone and you make presentations which you can use. We have lessons which are going on, and we are going to be encouraging you to attend some of those lessons for learners, and you see how teachers are working, how the teachers are interacting with the learners and their presentations, how they are making them. You don't just get all the notes and you pour them in the PowerPoint slide. How do you make your notes very well and organize your presentation, put illustrations? You are teaching chemistry, you are teaching mathematics. How do you put those symbols? How do you do some of those things? So we are going to be showing you how to do that. Then also we are going to be showing you how to use what you call video. Video is very important because whereas the presentation is good, a presentation does not have, a presentation alone may not be very engaging, but you can have video where your learners can be able to watch and they can understand with your explanation. So we shall be showing you how to make the videos as well. Then we have Google. Google is has a lot of tools for education. One of them is Google Drive. Google Drive, where you can back up your information. We have Google Groups. We have Google. We have a lot of apps for Google. Google Docs. Google Documents. We have a lot of tools. So we are going to be looking at the best tools that we can need. And all these ones here are free to use. Zoom is not free, but it has a free version, which takes only 40 minutes. We shall be guiding you how do you get a Zoom license cheaper than, because there are a number of partners who can be able to support in that area. On Saturdays at 11, so we are going to be having a session at this time for only 1 hour because we believe the teachers still, during this period, you are still trying to find ends meet. So we don't want to occupy you the whole day. We shall be coming briefly. We share with you something. We give you an answer. We give you a task. And then in the evening, we come back and we see what you have managed to do. By the end of the 2 weeks, you will be a transformed teacher, ready to take on online lessons without fear and very confident at that work. So that is what we are going to be looking at this week. Next week, we shall be looking at, that is week 2. We are going to be looking at, so let me try to zoom in here. So in week 2, we are going to be looking at a number of things. We shall look at working on mobile because I believe many teachers are not having the phones are not having laptops, you're using, what you have is a smartphone. So how do you use a phone? And in some of our lessons, some of the teachers are using phones purely, and they are having very good lessons. So how do you do that? We shall be inviting some teachers to share experiences. This morning, I've been observing a lesson for teacher Daniel Arira. He has been teaching physics, and he has a phone. He has been using his phone to share screen, and the learners were following on, and they were learning whatever was being required. So how do you use a phone? We don't have to bring these excuses. I don't have a computer, I don't have a gadget. You can be able to get a phone and you do some good work and you teach your learners, and the learners will be okay. So that is our work as teachers. COVID should not cut us from our work. We should continue doing our work, that is teaching. Now we have what we call Google Classroom. Google Classroom is an application that we have that you can use to assess your learners. So we have created a Google Classroom. Even today, already some members have already enrolled. This Google Classroom is going to be used as a central point. We shall be putting all the materials there. Let me first remove this. Let me use a rubber and I first delete this one. Okay. So I hope you can see this is a Google Classroom. We opened it. It is free. You can be able to use Google Classroom to do so. This particular class is going to be ours. We have the teachers on top, and then we have the learners. So I can see already we have 42 early adopters who have already joined the class. If you have not yet joined the class, you can be able to join it. We are going to be sharing. We have put the class code on the schedule. The class code is here. You can write it down. This is the class code. So you will need it to join the Google Classroom. This is the class code. So for now, you are going to join as a student. But by the end of the training, next week, we shall be teaching you how to do it as a teacher. I'm also sharing the link to the Google Classroom in the chat. You can just tap on it and join the class. So you are going to first be as a student here, but next week we shall be teaching you how to be a teacher. How do you upload an assignment? How do you upload a quiz? And how do learners interact with you on Google Classroom? So that is going to be Tuesday next week to teach you as a teacher, but as a learner, you join it today through the link. We are going to be also teaching you how to use YouTube. YouTube is also free. Most of these tools are free. If you go to the website of Christian School Owners Association, you'll see there is a YouTube channel. If you go at the bottom, there is a link to that YouTube channel. You can click on that link. That YouTube channel is for Christian School Owners Association, but all the lessons that we have been teaching the learners are there, including this live session. So for the members who have missed this session, the session is on YouTube, so you'll be able to access it. We are going to send it on the emails and also on WhatsApp so that they can follow what they missed. So on YouTube, we have all our lessons backed up. You can set up YouTube in such a way that no one sees your lessons. If you want them to be internal within your school, it has a feature of what we call unlisted videos. So we can turn all these videos to be unlisted, but only you, after you have logged in, that's when you can see those videos and you send direct links to your learners, if that's what you want. But if you want it to be when every learner, even other learners, can be able to benefit, to make the video public when you are sharing it. So if you have not yet seen the videos of the lessons which have been happening, I'm also sharing the link to the YouTube channel. You can be able to go and watch some of the lessons and see what the teachers have been doing. So what our objective is to transform you to be a teacher who can do what these teachers are doing, these teachers on this YouTube channel, what they are doing. So you need to learn how to do this because there are going to be many opportunities for digital teachers. So you need to learn how to do that, and we are going to be teaching you how to set up a YouTube channel and how to do that. Then we are going to be looking at Calibri. Calibri is a digital library. a digital library which can be accessed online and can also be made available offline. In a school, if you have a computer lab, so on the website of the Christian School Owners Association, we have set up a Calibri digital library. You click on what called Calibri e-library. When you click on that, let me see here, my internet should be able to load. Yeah, let me first see here. It should be able to load. So this digital library, once you click on it, once you put their materials, it is a collaborative digital library. Yeah, so once you connect to it, you should be able to, you can set up one for your school, and the materials that you put there can be synchronized and made available on computers, even offline. So it works both offline and also it works online. Yeah, so we are going to be teaching you how to create materials and how to create a channel and how to build your own digital library. Because right now the physical libraries in schools are inaccessible. So how do we create a digital library and then we put it up and when it can be accessed by our learners? Okay, so we shall be looking at that. I'll be sharing more of that later. Our time is really a bit spent, so let me wind up with the schedule. So basically what we are looking at here is to share, and we are going to be getting our fellow teachers who are already doing this. On Friday, we are going to be looking at what's called challenges and strategies. Which strategies do you lay, which challenges, and how do you make your work plan? And we are going to be doing a lot of work there. So basically that is going to be our objective. So what you need as a teacher is a laptop, a tablet, a smartphone. You need internet and your time and interest. I was seeing some of the members, we have created some WhatsApp groups, and I was seeing some members were already asking for data. They were asking for data. We have a WhatsApp group here. Edify is not going to provide you with the data because this is for your own good. Edify has done its best. It has brought us together. It has facilitated us to be able to make this to come to you. So for you, all you need to do is put in some little data and also attend the sessions. Yeah, so in the WhatsApp group, let us use the WhatsApp groups well. Don't share their spam. Don't share their other things which are not related to the program. We are going to be closing these WhatsApp groups at some times when we think they are being misused. The admins are there in the WhatsApp group. So you click on WhatsApp group and you can be able to get in touch with the admins. The admins will be there to support you. We don't want the WhatsApp groups to disorganize the training. So even you as a school, when you are using WhatsApp as a tool to mobilize the parents, you should have a strategy and a policy for the WhatsApp group. So we have a WhatsApp group policy. When you get a link and you join the WhatsApp group, there is a policy here. Only posts related to e-learning are allowed. And when we close the groups, the admins will be there to support you. Yeah, so we shall be closing the groups when we need to close them. So that is what we are going back. The WhatsApp groups are for sharing the resources, sharing with you the link so that you know when to join. And also, if you have any questions, you should be able to use them. So there's a policy, a strict policy. So, and it is really in order, even as a school. That's one of the things we are going to be teaching you, how to use WhatsApp well and how to manage it so that it doesn't disorganize you as a school. And yeah, so you should be able to be strict on social media. Make sure that you use it for the good and make sure it doesn't disorganize you. Okay, so members, that is what we have for now. So we are going to be coming back later on at 5, and we are going to be sharing more with you and about the issues of email, enrolling you into the platforms. There are some members who have not yet managed to join the group, the training. If I look at the list of people who have registered, we have had 587 people who have registered to be part of this training. So let us take it seriously. Those of us who have managed to go through and connect, we should take it as a privilege. So we have 587 people so far who have registered. They all want to be part of this training. So let us, and we have created 2 groups. So let us take it seriously because it is really an opportunity for us to learn and share. Okay, so that is all for now. Let us have, if there is anyone who can give us some quick feedback, you can raise up your hand. I want to get one admin to share with us some of the questions that members have been posting on the chat. If there is any question that has been raised, let us get Mr. Ojok. Mr. Ojok. Now we shall get more feedback at 5. We shall get more questions answered at 5, but let us get just a few because we want to keep these sessions within the time frame. Mr. Ojok Charles, you have your hand up.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Rogers. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, thank you very much for this initiative. I just raised my hand to pose up a question that for us who are attending this morning session, are we supposed also to attend in the evening hours? That is 1. 2,
yes, supposed. It is not shifts. You need to attend both sessions. The second session will be an addition to the first one.
Okay, then how are we going to get the materials which you will be sharing with us? That is the question I have.
The materials will be posted on Google Classroom.
Then what about, okay, fine. Maybe others we shall be asking later. Thank you very much. We have a lot of expectation from you guys.
Okay, thank you very much. Believe me, you are going to benefit. That is no doubt about that. Is there any other hand? Any other hand? Odongo James? Odong James?
Yeah, good afternoon, moderator.
Good afternoon.
I want just to convey my appreciation.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm impressed, and I hope digitally all our teachers will be able to conduct e-learning. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I have some teachers who have been training, like there's Mr. Kenya Tony, teachers who are already training the learners. Maybe we could get one teacher to just give us a small word and encourage the colleagues here. Mr. Kenya Tony, can you be able to speak to the teachers as we wind up?
Please turn on your video, please.
Okay, there is, okay, I'm not able to see more teachers here, maybe their names. If there is any teacher, let me just, for now, I'm going to, as we wind up, I'm going to leave I'm going to allow members to unmute. Yes.
There is Teacher Robina.
Teacher Robina, Teacher Robina, can you go, is she able to speak to the teachers? Teacher Robina, you can unmute yourself. It is allowing. And there are some facilitators. Moses Kasa, you failed, you were not on at the time of introduction. You can also give a word to the members as we wind up.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. It's really a pleasure being with you. And it's going to be soft and rough as we take on these 2 weeks. All you need to have is your notebook, your smartphone or tablet or your computer to take you through the sessions. Please endeavor to keep time and practice everything as you're going to be sharing. The presentations you're going to be using are going to be posted both in the classroom. We are going to attach them to the YouTube link, and we are also going to post some of them in the WhatsApp group. So throughout the day, keep checking those 3 media sources to get those presentations and reading through. Looking forward to our classes.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Moses Sebunya. So I have only 2 hands, and the others I'm giving a chance to speak, and we close. We have Mr. Enoch. Enoch, please go ahead. Mr. Enoch.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm glad to be part of this this Zoom lesson. I have one question, sir. I have my laptop.
Yes.
I have my laptop. But I have failed to put Zoom on my laptop so that I can use it. So how can you help me?
This is the right one.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I get an admin to...
Can you establish a single network connection on WhatsApp? I would really love to help you with that.
Sorry?
Can you establish a working network on WhatsApp?
Yeah,
or
it's
if you
okay.
can put your phone number in the chat, I can call you
Okay,
and
okay.
fix that.
Okay, let me put
Yeah,
my
please
phone
just
number on
type your
WhatsApp
number in
on
the chat.
the chat.
Okay, so members, we have a big team of technical people who are ready to help. A big team. So in case of personal one-on-one help, we are ready. We have a big team to be able to help the members. So members, I think we are winding up. That is our time. Let me get one more final person, Mr. Franco Ikono. Franco?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, and everybody.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Franco from Face of Winners. I just wanted to appreciate Edify for such a good plans they have for us. Winners. May God bless you abundantly, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think members, Opure Thomas.
Hello.
Thomas, yes.
An appreciation, thank you so much. But I have a lot of echo, a lot of echo. I don't know whether it is in your background or someone's else. So there's a lot of interference, echoes behind there. I think we can work upon that in the next session. Thank you.
Yeah, the noise is one of the challenges that we meet on when we're managing Zoom, and we are going to be handling it. And one of the strategies is to mute, but also the participants should be able to have background which has a little noise. Yeah, so I think we are going to be working on that, but it's also one of the learning objectives. So responding to messages in the chat, I'm seeing Job saying thank you very much. It's from Northern Uganda. Members are just saying thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome. Soon the host will start presenting. Okay, these were the first messages. Okay, so some members will bring in messages at the beginning when we were starting. Okay, so issues to do with muting were there. Okay, yeah, I see someone was saying the rain environment. Nagwa Mary from Elizabeth Junior School in PG, your comment has been seen. Okay, so that is the, I'm trying to read through the messages here. So someone is saying that the Christian school owners session include school like Catholic schools. Yes, all Catholic, all Christian schools. Even Catholic schools are involved. There is someone who was asking about how do we get the program frame. The program frame is being posted in the WhatsApp group. If you are not yet in the WhatsApp group, a link has been shared. You can join the WhatsApp group, but also we are sending the link through bulk SMS. So you can join the program, and also we are sending it on email. Yeah, so also for the classroom. Okay, so Calibri starts with capital K. Someone was asking about that. We are going to be sending you the session recording. Someone asked, shall we have certificates? I think something like that. The certificate will be the video. You see, these days, what works best is what can you do. You may come with your paper, which is a certificate, to show someone that you did a training. Then another person comes with a YouTube channel with a lot of lessons he has created. The employer will look at the YouTube channel more than your certificate. So what we need to do is learn how to create content. These days we look at what you can do, the competency versus the papers. So the certificate is not there. What is going to be the certificate will be your YouTube channel. It will be the videos you have created, will be the Google Classroom you have created. So that is what you are going to use to get an opportunity for teaching online, not a certificate. So there is no certificate, but we shall be interested in seeing what you can do, and your output will be your certificate. Okay, so members, I think that is all. Thank you very much for coming. We started at 10 minutes past midday, and we are stopping at 5 minutes. We have used less than an hour. So let us end for now. Thank you very much, members, for coming. I think we are through with the session for today. Let us join back at 5. We are going to be having the facilitators rolling us into the various platforms. And
someone is saying that WhatsApp group is full.
We have created another WhatsApp group for the second group.
To send the link.
We have, if you have not joined the WhatsApp, but I don't want you to join 2 groups. We have a second WhatsApp group, which is only having 50 members. So don't join the second group if you're in the first one, otherwise you'll be denying an opportunity. So if Teacher Grace,
don't have the link.
Teacher Grace have sent you the link.
Second WhatsApp group.
If you are in the first one, you don't need the link to the second one. You don't need the link to the
for
second
us who are not in the first, we need to join the second one, but we don't have.
Okay, I'm sending you, Oscar. I've sent you, check your chat. I've sent it to you. I'm sending it to only specific people. Yes.
Members,
the session is